If you guys have not been living under a rock for the past year and maybe turned on the radio at least once or maybe went on a place like TikTok at least once, then you definitely, most definitely heard this song before. Sorry, that's really as much as I can play because otherwise this video will get copyrighted. But the point is, the track I just played to you guys called Saint Jhn Rose's Imanbek remix became one of the biggest viral hits and one of the most popular songs of 2020, getting over 1 billion streams on Spotify alone and surely getting tons of streams on other music streaming platforms as well and getting hundreds of millions of views on YouTube. But what if I told you guys that this song, this remix, was made by a regular guy from Kazakhstan who speaks Russian and who used to be a regular railroad worker, and this remix, this track he made in FL Studio in less than an hour, put him on top of all the music charts in the world and also just won him a Grammy.
And the Grammy goes to Imanbek for Roses.
Bravo! Thanks my mom, thanks my dad, thanks my team, thanks my label Effective Records, thanks my manager Kirill. Thanks Grammy.
Yes guys, in today's video we're gonna be looking at the story of Imanbek, a regular, humble guy from Kazakhstan who not only made the biggest song of 2020 but also just won a Grammy and literally came from nothing to everything. Now guys, just a little intermission, I wanted to say that today's video is sponsored by me. I'm once again asking you guys to buy my U2s. U2s are these little YouTube figurines, little YouTube bobblehead kind of souvenirs that you can get for yourself as a little souvenir and also support my channel. It's a sort of vinyl figurine of me that I've designed myself and it's really cool. A lot of people already got theirs. If you want a sort of a souvenir for yourself and also support my channel, then make sure to go over to youtube.com/products/nfkiz, get yourself one and support my channel. Please, I'm begging. Alright, let's continue on with the video. So, who is this guy from Kazakhstan that made this track? Imanbek, his real name is actually Imanbek Zeykenov, so he didn't really, you know, it's not a super creative name. He just took his first name and used that as a pseudonym. He's a young guy born in the year 2000 in a Kazakhstani city of Aksu, which is just a small town with a population of over 40,000. Not exactly a very cool or a very well-known place. It's, you know, just one of the Soviet coal mining cities that were built all over the ex-Soviet Union, essentially. Imanbek himself is actually Kazakhstani, but he speaks Russian just because the location he comes from is actually very northern Kazakhstan, very close to the Russian border, so it actually has a very big Russian population. So before we go into more detail, let's react to some clips of the Russian news reported on this guy and his big viral hits. This is kind of strange to me, to be honest. This message in here is kind of problematic. It says, Grammy is ours? Just for context, this is Russian TV, by the way. This is not Kazakhstani TV, so, well, it's not ours. It's Kazakhstani, isn't it? Russia isn't Kazakhstan, but, you know, let's just keep going.
Стук колес, лязг вагонов, так себе музыка не для всех. Иманбек Зейкенов ее выбрал, он сигналист. Есть такая работа на железной дороге. В свободное время пишет музыку на компьютере. Прошлый на Уры стал для него судьбоносным.
У меня в Казахстане был выходной в тот день. В аудиозапись зашел, начал листать. Мне понравился трек Roses, я думаю, что-то можно интересное сделать.
И раньше ремиксы писал, но этот последний выстрелил далеко и громко. И не особо примечательная песня в обработке Иманбека зазвучала по миру.
I don't know why they throw in so much disrespect at Saint John's original track, because it's not bad, but they're saying not a very interesting, not a very exciting song, remixed by Imanbek, became sick and became a hit. Before that, it was garbage. I do have to admit though, I do like the remix way better than the original, but still, the disrespect, the shades, Jesus Christ.
Исполнители и композиторы жалуются на пандемию, на низкие гонорары, творческую депрессию. Но удача любит сильных. Иманбек ничего не просил, теперь просят его.
So yeah, Imanbek is literally a regular guy from a regular family, without any connections in the music industry or anything, who just made a banger remix, which started going viral on the internet, and he just got a Grammy for it. This is amazing. There's very few stories you hear of like an artist getting successful that are this wholesome and this like just pure. I love it.
Really gave it a whole new life. He deserves a round of applause. I mean, for real. He's from, if I'm incorrect, I think he's from Kazakhstan.
Yes. Yeah. Let's go.
And he put his spin on it. And here we are. I think it's a hit record. Top 3 in Spotify's entire system and number 39 on the Billboard charts. Wow, that's crazy.
So this is Saint Jhn himself, the guy who made the original track, and it's really cool to see that he actually was very cool with Imanbek remixing a song. And to be completely fair, they're making bands right now. I mean, when your song has over a billion streams on just Spotify, and there's also like Apple Music and everything else out there. It's kind of funny because Imanbek literally gave Saint Jhn his biggest hit. Because Saint Jhn is not irrelevant. He actually has a lot of songs with a lot of plays in the millions and tens of millions. But Rose's Imanbek remix just destroys everything he's ever made, blows it out of the water. He gave him his biggest hit and they're making crazy bands on it right now. So it's really cool to see this, you know, American and Kazakhstani friendship in action. That's great. I love it.
Отец пожарный, больше 25 лет работает. Мама в праздничном агентстве работает.
В целом, ну то есть ты из обычной семьи?
Ну да, абсолютно.
I love him. He's giving me really good vibes. Just so humble. You know, he's like the complete opposite of somebody like Morgenstern, who I recently made a video about, who's like, you know, everything about flexing or anything. This guy got platinum on a song like 50 times over probably and got a Grammy recently, and he's still humble as hell. It's amazing.
Можешь ли ты назвать какую-то цифру, сколько там в среднем ты заработал за свой ремикс?
Нет, не могу.
Не можешь. Но
Это не какая-то определенная сумма. Она потихоньку растет.
накапливается. Что ты делаешь с деньгами, которые получаешь?
Пока никуда их не тратил. Ну, то есть там маме помог дома ремонт сделать. Отцу вот сейчас подарок готовлю. Скоро день рождения.
Я так подозреваю машину.
Ну, рядом.
Yeah, just super humble. I mean, it's kind of a flex as well, you know, where you've made so much money from your remix that you like, I can't even say it. I can't even say it because you guys just gonna get blown out the water. But you know, he's not like boasting about it, and you know damn well when your song has over a billion streams on Spotify, this guy he probably definitely, you know, made his entire life of that song.
Вообще сомнений нет. 125 тысяч тенге ты получал на железной дороге?
В среднем.
Мне говорит наш редактор.
108 и 147 я получил.
А с трека Roses, говорят, платят $2 в целом за 1000 прослушиваний. За одно
1000 прослушиваний будет $4.
Там миллиард.
Но это не значит, что я...
Я понимаю, что не все деньги тебе идут.
Я не половину и даже не четверть зарабатываю с этого. Меньше.
This is hilarious. I mean, you just know this guy is making racks. I love it. It's also an amazing come-up story because right here I just went into, you know, check the how much the Kazakhstani currency tenge is worth. He said that he earned about 150 tenge a month, which is under $400, which is, you know, a pretty regular salary, I guess you could say, for the majority of post-Soviet countries. So this guy went from making sub $400 a month to making probably tens of thousands at least, or maybe even hundreds of thousands. I mean, I'm so happy. To be honest, you know, guys, I produce music as well, right? You know, check out my SoundCloud, whatever, Romas Kosmodroma, right? You know, I have maybe some dreams of ever becoming a famous musician or something, and sometimes when I see certain people get famous, I'm like, why is this jerk getting famous? Why ain't I in this place? You know, I think everybody has those feelings sometimes, and it's fine to admit it. But with this guy, he's just so nice and so humble, like, and he just comes from such humble beginnings that I can do anything but be very, very truly happy for him. This is amazing. He's actually really cool and humble too, because a lot of YouTubers actually invite him to take part in his videos for like an interview or something like that, and there's a lot of videos in which he basically is very outgoing. He's basically up for collabing and interviewing with all these people. He's not like, you know, thinking he's above anybody or anything, which I think also says a lot about his character.
Так, давай посмотрим, на каком синте ты его накрутил.
Это сэмпл.
Серьезно?
Да, это сэмпл от очень популярной, я не знаю, как это назвать, компании, наверное, Vengeance.
I love how he doesn't pretend like he's all that's like super, you know, into like music production. The guy's like, which kind of synth you made that bass on? He's like, I didn't make it. It's just like a sample sound. He's like, really? And he's like, yeah, I mean, it sounds good. Why not?
То есть ты даже на нее компрессию не вешал?
Нет, ничего такого вообще у меня нету.
Просто он уже звучит, знаешь, так сильно закомпрессованно. Знаешь, сам по себе сэмпл такой. Другой уже бас?
Да.
А в ремиксе у тебя, кстати, звучит, как будто это один и тот же бас, просто в него там, допустим, котов, там меняется автоматизация. На самом деле ты просто два разных баса воткнул.
I love it. It's like literally such a simple track. Like he literally just took the original song. Like I I produce an FL Studio as well, and I can remake this pretty easily, I feel like. And what I love about Imanbek is like, yeah, it was easy as fuck to make, but it slaps in the whip, you know what I mean? And I love that. And the guy who interviews him is like, damn, I thought you did something way more difficult with this track. I guess this is just perfect proof that most of the hit songs, the songs that really bang and get billions of streams or whatever, are made like that. They're made super quick, super easy. I love it. I could learn a thing or two, I think.
Ты берешь оригинальный трек, если ты не знаешь, какой у него темп, например, закидываешь в микс-мастер, и потом сюда вводишь оригинальный темп.
Серьезно?
Да, ты туда вводишь оригинальный темп, нажимаешь Enter, и у тебя дорожка подгоняется под нужный темп твоего проекта. И какой бы ты темп уже в проекте не задавал, она будет в нужном темпе.
Все понятно.
I love it. Not only is he willing to admit that he's not the best at FL Studio, because even I know how to do this, and I'm not a great producer, to be honest. I don't think of myself as one. Even though he made the biggest song like ever, he still is like willing to learn from other people. Who are not like popular or anything. He's willing to learn, he's willing to listen, and I think that shows a lot, because a ton of people who get famous, a ton of people who get successful like this, their ego gets to them. They're not willing to listen, they're not willing to learn from anybody, they don't want to talk to people less that are below them and stuff like that. But this guy is definitely not like that, and I just love that. And he's willing to admit he doesn't know something and is willing to learn from this guy who's you know, instructing him on how to do things easier in FL Studio. Just makes me like Imanbek even more, to be honest. And as a producer, after seeing this, definitely, like, you know, he has even more of my support, because, you know, just do your attitude when it comes to stuff like this is everything. It just shows everything about a person, in my opinion.
На мастере у меня отдельный проект, чтобы не перегружать вот этот.
То есть ты такой серьезный продюсер, у тебя мастеринг в другом проекте?
Нет, просто у меня комп слабый.
That is so relatable, you guys. You know, when you have a ton of sounds in FL Studio, it uses a lot of your CPU power, so sometimes you have to like render a certain sound like a synth so that it's just an audio track and not an actual plugin in the app, because it just starts lagging and skipping and it just goes crazy. So relatable. I love him even more now, because this is broadcast producer problems. Not even broadcast producers, just people who refuse to buy a decent computer like me. You know, my computer is from 2014 and I still use it. What is wrong with me? I have no idea. I'm just too lazy to get a new one, I guess. Anyways, guys, I guess that is going to be pretty much it for today's video. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I just think it's a very interesting story and I wanted to share it. I don't even know if this video will get that much views, to be honest. Depends on how good I title it, to be honest. But a lot of people know this track, so maybe, hopefully, I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you guys did, please make sure to slap the like on this video. If you guys want to support my channel, make sure to go over to the link down in the description to my Patreon, donate to it. I would gladly appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. Also, guys, you can buy my YouTubes again. The link is down in the description. Support me, yada yada yada. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.